My name is Edward W. Taylor Jr. I live at 400 South Allegheny Street in the overtaxed city of Cumberland, Maryland. I am here tonight as the president of the Allegheny County Conservative Tea Party Caucus. And Delegate Kelly, thank you for your comments. There has been a message sent by Tea Parties all over the United States of America in the past election. No new taxes and cut government at all levels from A to Z. We can no longer afford the horrendous federal and state and even local bureaucracies. Our Tea Party, many of our members volunteered at the polls for some of the conservative candidates. And one thing I was very shocked at and very interested and concerned of, how many teachers I saw working those polls also campaigning. Certainly they have a right as citizens to exercise their right, but this was appeared to be an organized effort on their part to campaign mainly, from what I saw, for Democrat, more or less liberal candidates. We live in one of the highest tax states in the Union. You all are quite aware of that. Allegheny County, as Mr. Schaefer said, is the lowest income county out of 23 counties, including Baltimore City. And this is something that if you run the numbers, we really need to be concerned over. We are imploding. Liberal Democrat New York Governor Cuomo said in his State of the State address just yesterday, I believe, or the day before, that state is almost on the brink of economic collapse. Since our president, Barack Hussein Obama, took office less than 2 years ago, his administration has spent more money than the presidents from Washington to Ronald Reagan. And that's less than 2 years, and those presidents were, in that time frame, that's over 2 centuries. That's staggering. It has not helped this economy. Amen. Adding government to the problem and more taxes do nothing but implode us. We can look to the old Soviet Union for that. We saw how they went. It will take generations for that nation to recover of the horrendous socialism that they embraced during the 20th century. Almost no one alive will live to see that country recover from their mess that they created. We are going down that path. This is what the Tea Parties, the private individual, the conservative Jewish Christian people, and we stand behind the intentions and the morals of our nation's founders, who are all God-believing Christian gentlemen, contrary to popular belief. One thing that concerns me with our education system, I am also president of the Cumberland Historic Cemetery Organization. I have been since I was 19 years old. I am now 47. And one of our programs is to promote and teach true United States history. One of the greatest obstacles of that in Allegheny County has been the Allegheny County educational system. There are almost no photographs anymore, or portraits, I should say, of our first great president, General George Washington. About a year ago, I had a 9-year-old stand in my living room and ask me if the 1796 portrait of Washington was my grandfather. He did not even recognize a very famous portrait of our nation's first president. That is incredible. There is something wrong. Political correctness has invaded our school system and our nation like a malignant cancer. The people are angry, they're furious, and they're watching the new people that are elected to office. It is like any type of a job. If you don't perform, you're going to be ousted. The time is ticking. Our economic watch is winding down. I feel for some of these public employees, those at the bottom of the pay scale. I personally don't believe they're making enough. However, as far as education, we need to look at those at the Allegheny County Board of Education on Washington Street. The County Tea Party very shortly will be requesting a list of the payroll of those individuals, which we are going to make public. Those pays are staggering. That is a place to cut. There are many places to cut. You gentlemen are more well-versed than I on that. But what we are saying as an organization, the Allegheny County Conservative Tea Party Caucus, is absolutely no more taxes, not one dime. It's up to you gentlemen to figure out how you're going to balance a budget. We are demanding, you are our public servants, not our officials. We are the officials. The people in this country have their heads screwed on backwards, where they kneel at the altar of government We are not kneeling at the altar of government. We are telling government what to do. We are the overtaxed citizens of this state of Maryland. We can't afford it anymore. Our property taxes are outrageous. And as I said, I'll echo it again, we feel for some of these public employees. This business of being able to retire at 25, 30 years of service, that's ridiculous. The private sector, which I'm a proud member of and always have been, we have to figure it out on our own. We are the wheels of the economy. And I want you to take these words seriously because we mean it. We're going to be watching you gentlemen. We're going to be watching our federal elected public servants and our county and our new city public servants. Because there's not going to be a second chance. We will work to oust anyone who does not perform because we don't have any more time to waste. And right before this meeting, I want to read this brief note before I close. This was given to me by a member of our conservative Tea Party caucus. We are asking you to please introduce a bill to freeze all real estate assessments for 5 years at the December 31st, 2010 level, unless a property is sold, and then no charge and assessments for homes where the owner is 70 years or more in age. Please get all Republican members of the Maryland legislature to sponsor it. Our real estate is out of control, it's dropping, but we are still paying tremendously high taxes. And in closing, the two flags I carry, most of you all recognize the flag of our great republic, the United States. The other is the American Revolutionary War Gadsden flag. My children know what it is. Some of these teachers in this room, I'm certain they don't. And it was invented by a Revolutionary War patriot of South Carolina, Colonel Christopher Gadsden. It was a message to tyrants, don't tread on us. It is now the national symbol of the Tea Party nationwide throughout these great United States. And it is saying we are tired of this and we're not going to take this anymore. We are demanding a cut across the board in all avenues of government, no matter what it takes. Thank you.